The massive screen at Earth's Deep Space Monitoring Station pulsed with an unusual pattern of light. Tom Miller, the night shift operator, sat up straighter in his chair as his eyes locked onto the strange signal. After 15 years of watching empty space, something was finally different. He didn't call anyone right away. Instead, he ran the standard checks 3 times, making sure this wasn't another false alarm. The signal remained steady, growing stronger with each passing minute. His hands trembled slightly as he reached for the red communication button. Central Command, this is Station 7. We have a Code Blue situation. I repeat, Code Blue. Within 30 minutes, the quiet monitoring station transformed into a hub of activity. Military analysts crowded around screens, their faces lit by the blue glow of data streams. General Roberts, a tall man with gray hair and stern eyes, stood at the center of it all, watching as his best people worked to decode the alien transmissions. "It's encrypted, sir," one analyst reported, "but the pattern matches what we found during the first contact war." The room grew quiet. Everyone remembered the war from 50 years ago. Humanity's first and harshest lesson about life in the galaxy. They had won, but barely, and only because the aliens had underestimated them. "They're planning something big," another analyst said, pointing to a complex series of charts. "These signals are being sent to at least 12 different alien species. The activity suggests coordination, military coordination." General Roberts nodded slowly. "How many of our colonies are they targeting?" "All of them, sir. Every single human settlement outside the solar system." The general didn't show any surprise. Instead, a small smile appeared on his face. So they finally decided to try again. He turned to his communication officer. "Get me the World Security Council. Priority 1." The next 12 hours saw the highest levels of Earth's government and military gathering in the underground command center beneath Geneva. Representatives from all major nations sat around a massive circular table, their faces illuminated by holographic displays showing the alien communication patterns. "They think we won't notice," Commander James Stone said, standing before the council. "Just like last time, they believe we're too primitive to intercept their signals." He pointed to several light patterns on the main display. "But we've been watching them for 50 years. We know their languages, their codes, their tactics." The world president leaned forward. "What are our options?" Stone's answer surprised everyone. "I suggest we tell them we see them coming." Murmurs filled the room. One council member stood up. "You want to reveal that we can intercept their communications." "I want to do more than that," Stone replied. "I want to show them exactly how ready we are." The council chamber erupted in discussion. Some argued for a preemptive strike, others for quietly preparing defenses. But Stone's idea gained support as he explained further. "For 50 years, we've hidden our true capabilities. We let them think the first contact war depleted us. But every colony we've built is a fortress. Every ship we've launched carries weapons they can't imagine. We're not the same species they almost conquered 50 years ago." The world president nodded slowly. "And you think telling them this will prevent a war?" "No," Stone answered honestly. "But it will make them face what they're really starting. No more element of surprise. No more underestimating humanity. They'll know exactly what they're walking into." The vote was unanimous. Humanity would send a message, not in fear, but in confidence. As Commander Stone left the council chamber, he passed the wall of remembrance. Names of those lost in the first contact war covered its surface. He stopped, placing his hand against the cold stone. "We learned," he whispered. "We learned, and we prepared. And this time, we're ready." In deep space, Earth's communication arrays powered up. The message they would send was simple, but it would shake the foundations of alien civilizations across the galaxy. Humanity wasn't hiding anymore. They weren't afraid. They were waiting. The main control room of Earth's global broadcasting center hummed with energy. Hundreds of screens displayed data from transmission stations across the planet, all synchronized for what would become humanity's most important broadcast. Commander Stone stood at the central platform, reviewing the message one last time. It wasn't long, just 3 sentences, but these words would change everything. All systems ready, the head technician reported. We can reach every corner of known space. Stone nodded. Begin transmission. The message went out in every alien language humanity had learned over the past 50 years. It traveled through normal space and quantum channels, impossible to miss or ignore. In clear, simple terms, it said, "We see you. We've always seen you. Come if you dare." As the transmission continued on automatic repeat, Stone's mind drifted back to the day that had changed everything, the first alien attack on Earth. He had been just a boy then, watching from a shelter as strange ships darkened the sky. The aliens had thought Earth would be an easy target. Their scans had shown only basic space technology, no quantum weapons, no faster-than-light travel. They expected to find a primitive world. Instead, they found humanity at its finest hour. Now, in the broadcast center, one of the younger officers approached Stone. "Sir, we're getting responses. The alien channels are exploding with activity." On the main screen, countless dots of light represented alien communications racing across space. Some were angry, others frightened. The coalition of alien species, as humans had named them, was thrown into chaos by 3 simple sentences. "Show me the primary reactions," Stone ordered. The screens filled with translated messages. How did they intercept our plans? Impossible. Their technology shouldn't be capable of this. They're bluffing. They must be bluffing. Remember the First War. We can't underestimate them again. In the Centauri sector, the largest alien fleet ever assembled paused its advance. Their leaders, a mix of species who had never trusted each other before, held an emergency meeting. The humans weren't supposed to know they were coming. The humans weren't supposed to be watching. The humans weren't supposed to be ready. Back on Earth, Stone received a direct message from an old enemy. The Supreme Commander of the First War wanted to talk. "You've changed," the alien leader said through the translator. Its multiple eyes blinked on the screen. "The species we fought before was young, scared. We grew up," Stone replied simply. "Thanks to you. You cannot hope to defeat our combined forces." Stone allowed himself a small smile. "Then why are you calling?" The alien leader had no answer. In the days that followed, humanity's message continued to echo across the stars. Earth's colonies reported increased alien activity near their borders, but no attacks. Not yet. In military bases across human space, soldiers and pilots prepared their weapons and ships. But these weren't the simple tools of war from 50 years ago. Hidden beneath every human colony, inside every asteroid base, waited technology that had taken decades to perfect. "Sir," a young lieutenant called out to Stone. "Look at this." The main screen showed an alien scout ship approaching the outer edge of the solar system. It was trying to be sneaky, using stealth technology that would have fooled the old Earth. Stone pressed a button, activating one of humanity's newer toys. The scout ship suddenly froze as hidden quantum sensors locked onto it. A new message played, this one just for them. "We told you we could see you. This is your only warning. Leave our space." The scout ship turned and fled. In his private office later that night, Stone looked at an old photo. It showed Earth's cities burning during the First War. Next to it sat a newer image, Earth's hidden fleet, more powerful than anything the aliens could imagine. "We learned from you," he whispered to the stars. "Every mistake, every defeat, every loss. They all taught us something. And now..." He didn't finish the thought. He didn't need to. Across human space, billions of people waited quietly, ready for whatever came next. They weren't the same species that had barely survived first contact. They were something much more dangerous, humans who had learned their lesson. Deep within Earth's moon, in a base that officially didn't exist, Commander Stone watched as humanity's hidden fleet came to life. Massive hangar doors opened, revealing ships that had never seen combat. Each one carried weapons that would have seemed like magic 50 years ago. "All ships report ready, sir," his second-in-command, Captain Ray, announced. "The Titan fleet is moving into position." On the massive screen before them, hundreds of warships emerged from secret bases across the solar system. They had been built in silence, tested in darkness, and hidden from alien eyes. Until now. "Status of the quantum shields?" Stone asked. "All colonies report green, sir. The moment any alien ship jumps into their space, the shields will trap them. No escape." Stone nodded. This was what 50 years of preparation looked like. Every human world was now a fortress, protected by technology that combined human innovation with lessons learned from the First War. "Sir," a young officer called out, "long-range sensors detect multiple alien scout ships entering human space." "Let them look," Stone ordered. It's time they saw what they're really facing. The scout ships moved carefully through human territory. They expected to find weak colonies, minimal defenses, an easy target. Instead, their sensors revealed massive defense platforms around every human world. Weapons arrays that could tear fleets apart. Technologies that shouldn't have been possible. In the Lunar Command Center, Stone received reports from Earth's spies in alien space. The Coalition was arguing. Some wanted to attack immediately, before humans could prepare further. Others remembered the First War and urged caution. "Show me the dark matter cannon test," Stone commanded. The main screen switched to a testing area in the Kuiper Belt. A new weapon, developed in secret, powered up. It fired a beam of concentrated dark matter at a test asteroid. The massive rock didn't explode. It simply ceased to exist. "Production status. Every major ship carries one," Captain Ray reported. "The alien shields have no defense against it. They don't even know it's possible." Stone turned to face his crew. 50 years ago, they thought we were primitive. They found some of our satellites, saw our early space stations, and decided we were an easy target. They never looked deeper. He pointed to the fleet display. They never wondered why we only showed them old technology. They never asked why we built our colonies exactly where we did. They never realized every defeat taught us something new. Alarms suddenly blared. "Sir, multiple alien fleets detected. They're gathering at the edge of our space." Stone smiled slightly. "How many ships?" "Over 2,000, sir. The largest fleet ever assembled." The command center grew quiet. 2,000 ships should have been terrifying. Instead, Stone walked calmly to his command chair. "Send the activation code to all quantum mines." Across human space, hidden weapons sparked to life. In the 50 years since the First War, humans had seeded their territory with traps and surprises. Every asteroid field held weapons. Every quiet sector of space had hidden sensors. "Sir," Captain Ray said quietly, "do you think they'll really attack?" After seeing our defenses, Stone thought about the alien psychology reports he'd studied. "They have too," he replied. "They've committed too much. If they retreat now, their coalition will break apart. Besides," he looked at the fleet display again, "they still think they can win. They believe we're showing them everything we have." A message flashed on his screen. The world president wanted to speak. "Are we ready, Commander?" she asked. Stone looked around the command center, at the men and women who had trained for this moment their whole lives. He thought about the hidden fleets, the secret weapons, the trapped colonies waiting to spring their surprises. "We've been ready for 50 years, Madam President." She nodded. "Then let them come. Humanity remembers the First War. We remember what it taught us." As Stone ended the call, new reports showed more alien ships gathering. The coalition was preparing for war, still believing they had the advantage of surprise. But surprise was humanity's ally now, and Earth's children were no longer the easy target they once seemed. They were the hunters now, waiting patiently in the dark. The alien armada appeared at the edge of human space in a brilliant flash of light. 2,000 ships, representing 12 different species, emerged from hyperspace. Their weapons powered up immediately, expecting resistance. Instead, they found only silence. In the Lunar Command Center, Commander Stone watched the alien fleet through advanced sensors. His officers waited tensely for orders, but he remained calm. "Let them come a little closer," he said quietly. "Let them meet our welcome party first." The alien fleet moved forward cautiously. Their scanners swept the area, looking for traps. They found nothing, until their lead ship triggered the first surprise. A massive hologram appeared in front of the alien fleet. It showed a simple recording of Commander Stone, his expression neutral but confident. "This is your final warning." The message played in all alien languages. "Turn back." The alien fleet paused. Their commanders debated the meaning of this strange message. Some wanted to retreat, remembering old warnings about human deception. Others pushed to attack, claiming humans were just trying to scare them. They chose to attack. The first wave of alien ships surged forward, weapons charged. They expected to break through any human defenses easily. They were wrong. "Activate Defense Platform Alpha," Stone ordered. A massive structure shimmered into view directly in the alien fleet's path. It had been there all along, hidden by quantum cloaking technology. Before the aliens could react, it fired. Beams of concentrated dark matter cut through the alien formation. Ships didn't explode. They simply vanished, erased from existence. The alien fleet scattered in panic. "Sir," Captain Ray reported, "they're falling back to regroup." Stone nodded. "Show them Phase 2. Across the sector, hundreds of small drones appeared from their hiding places in asteroid fields. Each one carried a quantum displacement device, technology that could tear holes in space itself. The aliens had never seen anything like it. The alien command channel erupted with confused messages. "How do they have this technology?" "Fall back. We need to. These weapons shouldn't exist. It's a trick. Push forward." Stone watched as the alien fleet split into two groups. One retreated, firing wildly at the drones. The other pushed forward, determined to break through. "They're still coming, sir," an officer reported. "Good," Stone replied. "Now they get to see what 50 years of preparation really looks like." He pressed a button on his command chair. "All ships, execute Operation Nightfall." The hidden human fleet emerged from its quantum shadows. Each ship was a masterpiece of engineering, combining stolen alien technology with human innovation. They appeared behind, above, and below the alien fleet, a perfect trap. "This is Commander Stone to all alien vessels," he broadcast. "You were warned." The battle that followed was short but intense. Alien ships found their advanced shields useless against human weapons. Their fastest ships couldn't escape the quantum nets. Their strongest weapons couldn't penetrate the defensive screens protecting human ships. "Sir," Captain Ray called out, "alien command ship is hailing us." Stone accepted the call. The alien commander, a tall being with multiple eyes, looked shocked. "How?" it asked simply. "How did you advance so quickly?" Stone's reply was calm. "You taught us well during the First War. Every ship you destroyed showed us what we needed to build. Every weapon you used showed us what we needed to defend against. We learned from every defeat." "This is impossible," the alien commander insisted. "Your species was primitive just 50 years ago." "No," Stone corrected. "We just let you think we were primitive. It's amazing how much you can accomplish when your enemies underestimate you." The battle ended as suddenly as it began. Half the alien fleet lay in ruins. The other half retreated in disorder, carrying word of humanity's true power back to their worlds. In the command center, Stone received a message from Earth. The world president wanted a status report. "First contact concluded, Madam President," he reported. "They've learned their first lesson. Now we wait to see if they need another." As the adrenaline of battle faded, Stone looked at the casualty reports. The aliens had lost hundreds of ships. The human fleet had lost none. This wasn't just a victory. It was a message, written in the language of battle. Humanity wasn't just ready for war. They had mastered it. 3 days after the first battle, the real invasion began. The alien coalition launched a massive attack across all human space. Thousands of ships jumped into battle positions around human colonies. This time, they weren't taking any chances. In the Lunar Command Center, Commander Stone watched calmly as red dots appeared on the strategic display. "They're attacking everything at once," Captain Ray observed. "Every colony, every outpost." Stone nodded. "Just as we expected. Activate Defense Plan Omega." Across human space, the true extent of humanity's preparation became clear. Every colony that appeared vulnerable was actually a fortress. Hidden weapon platforms emerged from gas giants. Defense satellites appeared from their quantum hiding places. "Sir, the Colony Beta 6 is reporting first contact," an officer announced. On the main screen, they watched as alien ships surrounded the farming colony. They probably expected to find scared civilians. Instead, they found hell. The colony's outer layer peeled away, revealing massive gun platforms. Quantum torpedoes launched from hidden silos. The alien ships found themselves caught in a deadly crossfire. Colony Beta 6 reports all enemy ships destroyed. The officer reported with pride. No civilian casualties. Similar reports began flooding in from across human space. The aliens had committed everything to this attack, believing they could overwhelm humanity through sheer numbers. They didn't realize every battle site was a trap. "Sir," Captain Ray pointed to a new alert. "The alien command fleet is moving toward Earth." Stone smiled slightly. They finally took the bait. "Signal the home fleet. It's time." Earth's defenders emerged from their hidden positions, but these weren't normal ships. These were humanity's masterpieces, vessels that combined 50 years of stolen alien technology with human innovation. "All ships report ready," Ray announced. "The alien fleet will be in range in 5 minutes." Stone opened a channel to all human forces. "Remember your training. Remember why we prepared. Remember the first war. Today, we show them why you don't attack humanity twice." The battle that followed would be written about in history books across the galaxy. The alien fleet attacked with everything they had. Energy weapons, plasma torpedoes, gravity bombs. But human ships simply absorbed or dodged every attack. "Dark matter cannons. Fire at will," Stone ordered. The space around Earth lit up with weapons that defied the laws of physics. Alien ships vanished into nothing. Their best shields proved useless against technology they didn't even know was possible. "Sir," an officer called out, "we're detecting quantum surges. They're trying to retreat." But humanity had planned for this too. Hidden devices activated around the battlefield, creating a quantum barrier. The alien ships were trapped. "Open a channel to their command ship," Stone ordered. The alien Supreme Commander appeared on screen. Its multiple eyes showed something new. Fear. "You've lost," Stone said simply. "Surrender now." "How?" the alien commander demanded. "How did you advance so far so quickly?" Stone's response was cold. "You attacked us 50 years ago, thinking we were weak. Every ship you destroyed taught us something. Every weapon you used showed us what we needed to build. We didn't just prepare for war. We prepared for you specifically." On the tactical display, more alien ships were falling to human weapons. Their mighty fleet, which had seemed unstoppable just hours ago, was being torn apart. "Status report," Stone commanded. "Enemy fleet is at 40% strength and falling," Ray reported. "Our losses are minimal. 3 ships damaged, no destructions." The alien commander watched in horror as another wave of their ships vanished under human attacks. Finally, it spoke. We surrender." Stone nodded. "All human forces, ceasefire." He looked directly at the alien commander. "Remember this day. Remember what happened when you thought humanity would be an easy target. Remember what we can do when we prepare. As the battle ended, reports came in from across human space. Every alien attack had failed. Every human colony stood unharmed. The mighty coalition fleet was in ruins. Captain Ray approached Stone quietly. "Sir, do you think they finally understand?" Stone watched as the alien ships powered down their weapons. "They understand, and they'll tell others. That's the best defense we could ask for." Because now the galaxy knew the truth. Humanity wasn't just another species to conquer. They were the ones to fear. In the aftermath of the Great Battle, alien diplomats gathered on a neutral space station to discuss surrender terms. They expected to find angry humans demanding revenge. Instead, they found Commander Stone sitting calmly at a large table, ready to explain why their defeat was inevitable. "Before we discuss terms," Stone said, "you should understand what you were really fighting against." He pressed a button, and the room's walls became screens. They showed images that made the alien diplomats gasp. Vast underground cities on every human world, shipyards hidden inside moons, weapon factories built into asteroids. "This is impossible," one alien diplomat said. "Your species couldn't have built all this in just 50 years. "We didn't," Stone replied. "We built it in 40 years. The first 10 were spent learning everything about you." The screens changed to show human history. Not the public version the aliens knew, but the real story. How after the First War, humanity had united with a single purpose: survival. "Every time you attacked a human ship during the First War, we studied your weapons," Stone explained. "Every time you destroyed one of our cities, we learned from the ruins. Every defeat taught us something new." The alien diplomats watched in shock as the images showed human scientists reverse engineering alien technology, engineers building better versions of alien weapons, soldiers training with captured alien ships. "But that's not the most important thing we built," Stone continued. The screens showed new images: human children in schools, studying alien languages and technology, workers training on simulators of alien ships, farmers learning to grow food underground. "We didn't just build weapons," Stone said. "We built a society ready for war. Every human born in the last 50 years grew up knowing you might return. Every colony we built was designed to become a fortress. Every civilian job had a military purpose." One alien diplomat, braver than the others, spoke up. "Why are you showing us this?" Stone's answer was simple: "So you understand why your coalition is falling apart right now." New reports appeared on the screens. The alien coalition was indeed breaking up. Some species blamed others for the defeat. Some wanted to continue fighting. Others were already trying to make separate peace deals with Earth. "Your coalition united because you thought humans were weak," Stone explained. "Now you know better. But there's one more thing you need to see." The final images appeared: hundreds of new human ships under construction, weapons that made the dark matter cannons look primitive, defenses that could stop anything the aliens had. "These," Stone said, "are what we're building now that we don't have to hide anymore." The alien diplomats looked terrified. One of them finally asked the question they were all thinking: "What do you want from us?" Stone's expression softened slightly. "Peace. Real peace. Not just a pause between wars, but a true end to conflict." The aliens were confused. After such a total victory, humans were offering peace. "We spent 50 years preparing for war," Stone explained. "We became very good at it. But that's not what humanity wants to be known for." He stood up and walked to the window, looking out at the stars. "We can help each other, trade with each other, learn from each other, or we can keep fighting. And you can find out what else we've been building in secret." The alien diplomats huddled together, speaking quietly in their own languages. Finally, their leader turned to Stone. "We accept your offer of peace," it said. "But tell us one thing. How did your people maintain such focus for 50 years? How did you keep preparing when there was no immediate threat?" Stone's answer revealed the final truth about humanity. "Because we remembered. Every human child learns about the First War. Every colony has a memorial. Every family has a story. We remembered what happened when we weren't ready. He turned back to the stars, and we swore it would never happen again. As the alien diplomats left to report to their governments, they finally understood. They hadn't just fought a war against human weapons. They had fought against human determination, human memory, and human unity. And those, they now knew, were the most powerful forces in the galaxy. 10 months after the Great Battle, Commander Stone stood at the podium in the newly built Galactic Council chamber on Earth. Representatives from over 30 alien species sat before him, including the 12 who had fought against humanity. The room was quiet as he prepared to sign the final peace treaty. "Before we sign," Stone said, "let me tell you a story about humanity." The aliens listened carefully as Stone spoke, not as a military commander now, but as a human who had lived through history. 50 years ago, we were alone and unprepared. When the first alien ships appeared, we thought it was humanity's end. But something happened that our attackers didn't expect. We survived. And then we learned. The screens behind him showed images from human history. The rebuilding after the First War, the secret preparations, the hidden strength. Every species in this room knows how to fight. Stone continued. But humanity, we know how to prepare. In 50 years, we didn't just build weapons. We built something more important. We built unity. An alien representative stood up. It was from one of the species that hadn't fought in the war. "Is that why you're sharing your technology with everyone now? Even your former enemies?" Stone nodded. "Because the real victory isn't in winning a war. It's in making sure war never happens again." The screens changed to show the new joint projects, human quantum technology being used to help alien worlds, dark matter engines powering ships from all species, former enemies working together on space stations. But Stone added with a slight smile, "Don't think we've shown you everything yet." The alien representatives shifted uncomfortably in their seats. They knew humanity still had secrets. Deep in their hidden bases, in classified research stations, humans were still preparing. Not for war this time, but for anything the universe might throw at them. "The treaty is ready, Commander," and Ava announced. Before signing, Stone looked at each alien representative. "This treaty isn't just about peace between our species. It's about a new way of thinking. We humans have a saying, peace through strength, but we learned it's really about strength through unity." He signed the document. As each alien representative added their signature, news spread across the galaxy. The war was officially over. A new era had begun. Later that evening, Stone stood in his office in the lunar base, looking at Earth through the window. Captain Ray joined him. "Did you see the latest reports?" Ray asked. "Some alien species are already adopting our education system. They're teaching their children to be ready for anything, just like we do." Stone nodded. They finally understand. Humanity's strength wasn't in our weapons or technology. It was in our ability to learn, to prepare, to stay united. "And the warning system?" Ray asked. "Still active," Stone replied. "Still watching. We're at peace, but we haven't forgotten the lessons of the past 50 years. Across human space, life was returning to normal. But it was a new normal. Human ships now traded freely with alien vessels. Earth's cities hosted visitors from across the galaxy. Former enemies became partners in exploration and research. But deep in secure bases, in hidden facilities across human territory, the preparation continued. Not out of fear now, but out of wisdom. Humanity had learned its lesson well. Peace was precious, but readiness was essential. A message arrived from the world president. "The last alien fleet has left human space. What should we do with the defense network?" Stone's reply was simple. "Keep it active. Keep it ready. We're at peace now, but humanity will never be caught unprepared again." As he finished the message, Stone looked at an old photo on his wall. It showed Earth during the First War, its cities burning. Next to it hung a new image. Earth today, a beacon of strength and unity in the galaxy. "We did it," he whispered to himself. "We kept our promise. We made sure it never happened again." The stars shone brightly through his window. Somewhere out there, alien species were spreading a new message across the galaxy. Never underestimate humanity. They're always ready. They're always watching. And most importantly, they remember. Peace had come to the galaxy, but it was a peace built on respect, understanding, and the knowledge that somewhere out there, humanity was still preparing, not for war, but for tomorrow. And tomorrow, they would be ready for anything.